What's going on, guys? We're on part 5, the last part of this interview, this Limelight solo breakdown with Chris Shiflett and Alex Lifeson, and the giveaway. The Alex Lifeson Hunter, sportscaster, figurine, withstand, and all that. If you want one of these, which I have 2 to give away, thanks to Dave, you need to email me at jpanreed's email address. You need to put in the subject, blah, blah, blah. And in the body, you need to send me your name and your email address. And there is 1 submission per person. Okay? So, 1 email, 1 submission. I got you. All right. And today's the last day, so it's the 23rd. So you need to, if you have not submitted yet, you're crazy. And you may have other life problems potentially because you don't just do things when they need to be done. You kind of just wait. What do they call those people? I'm sorry, I'm totally being a jerk. You have like an hour, okay? You have like an hour before I just freaking do this already because I'm you know, I have other things to do. Okay, I have to make this video, this announcement video, and I need to put it out for tomorrow. And I no doubt have a gig tonight, so get it done. Okay. So that means I'm not waking up in the morning to film it, is what I'm saying. By 8:30 in the morning, it's scheduled. So I'm doing it probably this afternoon. Get your email into me right now. Okay? Email jpanreedsemail@gmail.com. Blah, blah, blah. Name and email address. Done. And I'm announcing tomorrow. The video's coming out tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. So get it done. 2 winners. Wow, amazing. Thanks, Dave. Okay, so part 5, closing out this interesting guitar-y, super guitar-y video. Awesome. Let's check it out, Bam.
I love it. And then I love the way that note trails off and then those beautiful chords come back in.
Yeah, so we, in the studio, what we did was Terry created a loop again on a Revox, actually, on a smaller 2-track, and created a loop so that would carry on, that high note would just keep singing so that I could start doing the chords under the clean chords underneath. On top of that.
Now, I love when those chords kick in. Am I
cool.
hearing that right? That, like, that you're, once you get to the E, even though it's hanging on the E, are you moving to that F sharp a little ahead of it so that you get that, like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Leads into it. Yeah, that's cool though. Yeah, he's anticipating the chord. That's cool.
okay, so one time, nice and slow for the listener at home to really focus on your fingers and really pick up the subtle nuances of what you're doing. Will you be so kind as to play the whole solo? Oh, thank you, Alex Lifeson. Come on, like what you just did. This is exactly why I started this show. This is perfect, amazing. Hey, listen, do you have time to take a few fan questions? Because, like I said, I posted I posted yesterday on my social media stuff, and that I was going to interview you, and there was a lot of responses. So, Carrie Raw asked, "What's the worst gear failure mishap that you've ever had?" I'm assuming that means live.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
The one that stands out, certainly, we were playing in England. We were playing a gig in Sheffield. It was our first tour in the UK, you know, and when we booked that tour, nobody thought we could sell any tickets, and the promoter wasn't sure if he should bring us over. And he announced the dates. He didn't want to do too many dates because he was afraid of losing too much money. And the tour sold out in no time. It wasn't big, you know. Wow. Those are small venues, 2,000 seats.
I mean, that's still.
So we're playing Sheffield the first night.
That's
we're
great.
All excited and jazzed up for a new crowd. And I had a pedal that was a parametric. It was a Maestro parametric pedal. So it just added some EQ, like EQ? At the front end before it went into, and it was prone to cut out.
Oh.
And we were playing Finding My Way. And, you know, Finding My Way is like, and there was nothing. The thing cut out. From Toronto, Canada, Rush!
Oh, is that where you get the evil eye from Getty?
Yeah, no, they look away.
Yeah, they don't want any, but they're not helping. They don't want any part of it. You're sinking all on your own. I mean, just as an aside of that, like, how great is that feeling when you're first starting touring and you go somewhere so far away from home and a whole room full of people show up to see you?
Oh, it was amazing. It's an amazing feeling that we loved so many bands from the UK, respected so many bands. And to go there and into the cradle of where we learned to play was really, really super special, even though they were relatively small gigs. But they were incredibly in tune, you know, they really listened to what we were playing. It wasn't just getting messed up and, yeah, that's cool, man. These people were listening, and then after at the end of a song, they'd go crazy, and it was just the perfect audience. And the European audience is very much like that, I think.
Yeah, UK in particular, that is a particularly rabid fan.
Yeah.
Christian Buckner wants to know wants me to ask you about your relationship with the chorus effect and thoughts, which we covered, but thoughts on it coming back in fashion now. The chorus is back, baby. I feel like it's been back for a while.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know if it ever really went away.
That's what I was going to say. Never went away.
I became really reliant on it because I just loved it. I loved how it sounded and what it did.
Newer thing back then. In
terms of a band. I think I loved it so much that I overused it for a long time. You know, in retrospect, this is what I think.
Yeah, you have an intervention like us, Alex?
You know, on a number of occasions, he said, "Why don't you just try playing without it? You know, just see what it's like." And I was like, "Are you crazy?
That's impossible.
Why would I do that?
What are you talking about, man?" All right, Rich Blummel. This is a hard-hitting question, Alex. Are you ready for this? In the 1980s, Alex often had a button on his guitar strap that appeared to be a photograph of somebody. Who was on that button?
What?
That could have been my I Love Geddy Lee button.
What?
Somebody threw up a button that had Ged's face, and it says, "I love Geddy Lee." And I wore that for a couple of years, I think.
And did he tell you to take that off when he told you to put down the chorus pedal?
No, I think he kind of liked that part. Maybe not the chorus pedal so much, but
yeah,
he liked the button. Or it could have been Henry from Eraserhead.
Ah, yeah, that's a good 80s reference. One last question, and there's actually a lot of people brought this up in the comments. How do you feel now about your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech being regarded as like one of the greatest of all time? So I went back and I rewatched it and just chuckled. But did you rehearse that? Like, was that? I'm sure you've answered this question 8,000 times, but like that was real commitment to a gag.
Well, if you've just watched it, I do pull out my actual speech at one point in that speech. You know, this is my speech that I wrote for this thing tonight. And I didn't commit to it until I was walking up on the stage. And, you know, Neil had given an eloquent speech. Geddy had given a great fan speech. And I thought, what else can I say? My speech was sort of along the lines, the same thing. Why do I want to repeat it?
Right.
And also, the main impetus was sitting there in the audience listening to all the other speeches. And they just kind of droned and went on and on. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God, blah, blah, blah. What a great idea. That's what I'm going to do. And I leaned over to Charlene and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do my speech. I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. Isn't that great? And she said, you're going to do blah, blah, blah. That's what you're going to do here. That's what you're going to do. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe.
It seemed like the Monty Python influence was really coming out.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Ged and Neil had no idea what I was doing. I was animating the whole history of the band and how we got to that point. And I think in the audience, you could tell, certainly this is what I've heard from a lot of people.
Rewatch that.
We could see that this was the story of the band and taking the digs at Rolling Stone and all of that stuff. But they were behind me and they couldn't see all of this.
Right.
So they wanted to kill me. Like they wanted to really kill me with a knife or maybe an axe or something like that. And it's funny because Neil was quite upset that night afterwards.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
He was like, how could you do that? You know, for all this crap that we went through to get here, and they finally brought us here, and you kind of did that.
And then you just blah over it.
Rock band reverence is important,
right?
You know, it was just telling the story,
especially in a room full of people that probably gave you guys bad reviews for a very long time.
Sure.
You know?
And the thing is, the next day, Neil sent me an email and he said, I owe you an apology the size of Texas, because all his friends and buddies were writing to him saying, Alex's speech was amazing. That was just unbelievable.
And you just didn't get it.
And then he got it. And I think once he saw it, you could see that how the story it came about. But they were both kind of upset.
Oh, that's classic. Well, Alex, dude, thank you so much.
That was great.
I really, really appreciate it.
I didn't know he was going to talk about that.
An amazing way to kick this thing off. So thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I really, really enjoyed it a lot. Anytime.
Well, I can't wait to see those new guitars.
Yeah, coming soon.
Awesome. Thanks, pal.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that was great. Now I feel like I got to rewatch it. That was great. The blah, blah, blah thing. Super cool. All right. Yeah, that was cool. That was a good one. That was definitely cool. Nice interview. Nice, intimate talking about this stuff and with the guitar. I like it. Dig it. Yeah, definitely like that. Yeah, all I could think about is that, and now I'm like, I gotta rewatch it, just to see it again, because it's been a while. All right, cool. Here's what you're here for, which is the giveaway. I have 2 of these, thanks to Dave, to give away. Alex LIFESON, Hunter Sportscaster, 2 figurines, really cool stuff. If you want one, you need to email me. You have like an hour. Like I said, you have like an hour. Okay? Email me right now. jpanreadsemail@gmail.com. Blah, blah, blah in the subject. Wow, perfect. Your name and your email address. And I'm announcing tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So send me that email right now. Right now. Not later today. Not tonight. Not in 2 days. Right now. If you haven't yet. 1 email per person. Okay? 1 submission per person. I'm announcing tomorrow. Thank you guys. Catch you in the next video.